So hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Smart Women How to Invest. So today I have invited Suwit to be the guest, and we will talk about the market in Thailand. So hello Suwit.
Hello, hi guys.
How is the market in 2021? Because this year we still have the COVID, and I know the situation in Thailand recently is not so good. What do you think about the whole market this year?
Okay, I think the market is still okay, but need more deep knowledge. And when you buy, you need to know from the beginning who gonna be your tenant. Let's say if you want something very safety, I would suggest you buy the condo nearby university, because the demand still the same every year. They will go away, but in this economic situation right now, the club, some company is closing down, so the tenant that we have before now it disappear. But for the university market or school market, something like that, still there.
For the Hong Kong landlords, they usually invest in the premium district like Thong Lo, Sukhumvit, and Akamai, and other CBD area. So how is the rental market in those places?
Okay, first I would say CBD area still okay. Let's be specific, like Asok. In that area, we have a university, we have many office workers, we have a club. So that means we have many tenants from different groups. But in Sukhumvit or Thong Lo, it's quite difficult because now there is no foreigner at all.
Yes.
Or just only little.
What is the budget for the tenants? Maybe sometimes 10K, sometimes around 15K, sometimes around 20K. What I refer is one bedroom, right? What do you think about the most accepted budget for most of the tenants?
Okay, before we do like our average price around 15,000. Right now is price around 10,000, 12,000, 13,000. I think 13,000 is maximum right now. Talking about CBD is about the medium class people.
Yes.
So the price when it drop down is around 20 to 30%. But in some other area, right, Thong Lo, so Prom, something like it is a huge loss for the owner. Before, okay. Let's say Prom area, I usually rent it out around 25,000 per unit. But right now, if we're lucky enough, we can rent it out with 15,000.
Okay, the tenants usually before they are the foreigners, but now no more foreigners. They don't choose that type of districts. How about Rama 9? Because the rent maybe around 15K, maybe is it easier?
Still okay, but right now in that area, so many new building every day. Actually, from last year, you still can invest property in Bangkok, but it requires your knowledge. Something very important is about location. Sometimes just two buildings next to each other. One building can find the tenant all the time, but next building just only 500 meters away cannot find the tenant.
Yes, I agree with the location. So as you as a property agent for this year, so what is the good location will be easier to find tenants? So when the landlords want to invest, they may consider those areas.
In my opinion, still CBD. I think right now AP they're doing quite a good job because of the selling price and the way they present the unit. They do a very nice facility, and the thing is the common free is very cheap compared with the other.
So as a landlord, before is 15K, the rent out before the COVID. Now maybe 12K, so maybe $1,000 reduction. So do you think the landlord shall wait a little bit? Maybe we'll wait for better customer, or they rent out first. Why? Because sometimes it's difficult for the landlord. They don't want to crush the price, right? Because if they rent out at 12K, next year maybe the tenant will, okay, landlord, I want 12K, otherwise I won't continue, right? I better wait for a better tenant. Maybe I take 1 month time or 2 months time. Yeah, any advice for the landlords?
First thing I would suggest to consult with your agent first. Because right now there is so many empty unit in Bangkok. So since the buyer or the customer, they have more power than the landlord. If I tell landlord to wait, the thing is I cannot promise when can get a new customer right now. It's difficult. Usually foreigner in Bangkok rent a condo around let's say that 20% already gone.
Oh, because of COVID, maybe they don't work here for the time being, right? They go back to the hometown. Finally, can you give us some advice for the overseas landlord? He want to rent out quickly. So any advice?
Okay, from my understanding that the landlord give the room to the big company to rent out. This is the problem for the landlord because the big company cannot focus on your unit. Yes. Let's say one building sell to overseas buyer to 100 unit, 200 unit. That impossible to focus only on your unit. But if you give to the someone like me, independent agent, we don't have so many huge stock. We can 100% focus on your unit and rent it faster.
So it's better to find a smaller size agent so they can have more focus, right?
Let's say 3-4 agents to helping you.
So thank you for your time today. So next I will ask you about what do you usually do as a property agent. What are the services that you provide to the tenant?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Very
so
welcome.
Thank you for your time. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.